hello to. It may literally change your life forever. Hello. My parents are highly educated, but they never worked in their field. They're the same as I am. I graduated from Rutgers University, and I have an MBA in management, and now I do YouTube videos. Anyway, growing up, my parents owned a Blimpie-based restaurant, and I was the sweetest kid. I used to say hello to everyone, but then I learned the hard way. Not everyone's right in the head, like you and I. Be careful who you say hello to. You gotta feel that person out first, because some hellos last forever, and there's no escaping them. They grab right onto you. Today's true story started off with Sandra saying, "Hello, may I take your order?" That's it! That was a lock and loaded hello. Till death do us part. Anyway, Sandra is a waitress at this restaurant, and one day Steven would come and sit in our section, and she would take his order. He would keep on going there every day on, ever since he met her. And he would go home and fantasize about her, and she would go home not even thinking about him. Steven has been going to that restaurant every day for about 2 years now. And one day he gets the courage to ask Sandra out. He would say, "Sandra, would you like to go see a movie?" And she would say, "No, I'm sorry." And that would break Steven's heart, and he would walk out and leave. Sandra looked outside the window and said, "Maybe it's finally over now. Maybe he will stop coming to the restaurant every single day." But that didn't stop Steven. Why? Because he's mentally ill, and mentally ill folks are unstoppable. He would continue going to that restaurant every day and sitting in Sandra's section and just looking at her. But one day, Sandra had enough, and she went to her manager and told him, "Sir, that guy ain't right in the head. I can't serve him no more." And the manager would go to Steven and tell him, "Sir, she's not going to be able to serve you anymore. You have to sit in another section next time you come in." Steven sits in another section, and he tries his best to make contact with Sandra every chance he gets. And she tries her best to avoid him. Now Steven is pissed off. She played him out. Now Steven is following Sandra all the time. Or maybe she's just paranoid. Nah, I'm pretty sure he was following her. My man ain't right in the head. And one day when Sandra was home alone, she heard some noise outside. She went outside and saw all her tires slashed. She knew it was Steven. She called the Popo, the police, and reported it, but she had no proof. A couple days passed by, and she would hear the same thing outside again. She looked outside and saw a man dressed in all black, wearing a hoodie, and he slashed all her tires. She called the Popo. They came. The man had already left, so she decided to set up a camera on her house. A few days later, as Sandra was driving to work, her car starts sputtering. So when she goes home, she takes a look at that camera, and she would see the same exact man dressed in all black under her car doing something to it. Guys, this warehouse frightens me. Fear of what's coming. Guys, I need your help. Please, don't let me go at these stories alone. Please, like this video. And please, subscribe to this channel. God bless you. The very next night, as Sandra was asleep, she heard something being done to her car. She looked outside the window, and it was the same exact man doing something to her car. She caught him early enough in the act that she called the popo. The popo came and arrested him, and it turned out to be Steven. He would be found guilty for destruction of property, and he would be sentenced to 6 months in prison. Now Steven just had about enough of Sandra's crap, getting him arrested, making him sit in different sections in the restaurant. Steven could only take so much. So when he's in prison, he starts using his brain for once in his life. And he thinks, I got an idea. I'm gonna pipe bomb her. And when he's released, he would buy a manual how to create a pipe bomb. And he would start researching all of Sandra's family. Now, 2 months later, Steven completed this pipe bomb. He would put it neatly in a package and make it look like it's from a family member, and go place it one morning on Sandra's house and leave. Later that day, Sandra would open the door and look down. Oh, I got a package from my aunt. How sweet. As soon as she would grab the package, sadly, Sandra would pass away from that simple hello. She didn't even know the man. She didn't want to know the man. We all wished she had never even seen the man. Steven was the #1 suspect to the police. They got a warrant and searched his house, and while searching the trash, they would find the manual on how to build a pipe bomb. And they would also find information about Sandra's relatives in the trash. They would arrest Steven. Here's his mugshot. He would go to trial, and he would be found guilty of the murder of Sandra, and he would be sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. I'm Memphis, and I want to personally thank each one of you guys for watching today's video. I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys appreciate me. Please comment your opinion about this story below, and please like, share, and subscribe. God bless you. I'm out of the streets.